been noticing since the OnlyFans leak? You've been on your phone a lot here, lad. Best leave him be. Bad luck to Sympathy Girl.
This video is going to be inspired by Featureman. He's an amazing YouTuber. I really like him. He's an older fella, very calm. I found him through one of his viral videos, eating watermelon with my clone, where he's playing around with the effects in his backyard, and he's got a nice old wooden chair like this, and he just sits there. One clone eats half a watermelon, the other clone eats the other half, and it's just him talking about the weather, his cat, things in his life. He was an actor in Hollywood, did a whole bunch of parts, did a lot of extra work. He was in a whole bunch of movies you probably know, met a lot of people. It's pretty cool. His videos are very relaxed. And so I in no way intend to rip off Featureman here, but I do admit that I am inspired by him. The link to Featureman's page is going to be down in the description. You should check him out and subscribe. I want to see him I think he's already got the little silver play button. I want to see him get the big one. Hello, food fans. So this is the only way that you can properly eat one of these little ice creams. There's only one way. This is what I've done my entire life, and I've perfected the method. If you watch this isn't really a trick. It's a gift. I'm not sure if I can teach you. Well, this is the first time in my life I've ever noticed these were made by Hershey's. I think because I've always gotten them at gas stations, I just assumed they were a weird ghetto off-brand, like those ketchup-flavored potato chips and those chip bags with the wrappers on the front of them. I've went ahead and let this one melt. So this is one of those little ice creams that you get at the gas station, and they usually come with a little tiny wooden spoon, but I have neglected my duty to obtain one this time, so I shall have to work here. All you do is you go across, you take one of the little mountains away. Come over here. You can see I've softened this one up a bit, and I like that. I like them a little bit melted. I attempted a while back to invent some kind of spoon that you could eat ice cream with that would melt it as you were eating it. I also need to make a butter knife that does the same thing, because they always bring you ice cold butter that's like a block. And even if you set it on like a hot roll or a hot steak or something, it doesn't melt. It's frozen. The idea was maybe to put the spoon in some kind of hot water, somehow needing to heat the bowl of the spoon without heating the handle. Maybe make them of two separate materials. Maybe a wooden handled spoon and a metal bowl. And keep it in warm water. Then you dry it on a napkin, then you go in. But I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. If you beat me to the idea, I will be angry and grateful. And this is the first phase of our project here. Now you have destroyed the mountains. You've successfully invented fracking. You have completely strip-mined this entire small rural community and have gotten most of the inhabitants hooked on opioids. The rest of the process is pretty much the same. We just keep going through and occasionally getting a sprinkle or two from the inside. Maybe I should eat ice cream with a clone. I think if I had a twin brother, I was thinking about this earlier today. If I had a twin brother, would I want him to be just like me, so it'd be more powerful that way? He and I have the same haircut, look the same beard or facial hair, same outfits, sound the same, everything. Or would I want him to be different so that I can see what I would have looked like had I chosen different paths in life? A conservative twin and a more radical, alternative, punky looking twin. I think I'm going to put ASMR in the tags for this video, because I'll get the same people. It isn't true ASMR. That's how I'll sneak it in. I'll say in the description, while this isn't true ASMR, I think you'll get a kick out of it. That'll get people to watch it. Sneak it in there. Because I'm getting the same demographic. This is the same target audience. They want something soothing they can put on in the background. Just some passive media. A virtual friend. Same reason a lot of people watch Red Letter Media. For the virtual friend experience. I have heard myself say out loud to be like, "Oh, Mike," or "Mike, stop it, you're being rude to Rich Evans. Mike, you're bullying Rich too hard. You're going to push him to the limit." He's going to be like, "Some of you are cool. Don't come to Red Letter Media tomorrow." Same reason I used to watch that 70s show. For the virtual friend experience. This got to the point that it gave me a nightmare, that because there was also a little hint of me wanting to be an actor badly, but not wishing to admit it out of fear of embarrassment, I suppose, which is then where you get one of the worst pains in the world. Seeing someone else stumble, but then eventually succeed at something that you wanted to do because you were afraid that you would stumble and you were afraid that you'd be embarrassed. Somebody who actually took the shot and worked for it and made it and braved all the things that you were afraid to brave. It makes me think of a quote from Frasier, Frasier's dad, Martin. They were up at the ski lodge and he made some kind of a alcoholic beverage, some warm thing, butter beer or something. And buttered rum maybe? And he was standing by the fireplace and speaking to the rest of the group. And he said, "You know, I made this for your mother the first time that we came up here to the lodge. He said, it's what gave me the courage to ask her. Still scares me to this day thinking about how close I came to chickening out. You know, it's not, as you get older, it's not all the times that you made an ass of yourself. It's the times that you never even tried." But anyways, what was I getting at? Oh, so that 70s show. So with the slight desire of wanting to be an actor, and also watching it constantly for the virtual friend group and self-inserting, my brain cooked up this fresh little nightmare where I suddenly materialized on the set of that 70s show, not as a character, but as an actor playing a character. I was in the little circle scene when they all smoked marijuana, and I didn't know any of my lines because I just materialized there. But I understood that I was an actor, and they were all trying to cue me for the line, and I was just like, "Ha ha ha ha, Fez, oh, am I right, fellas?" But that'd be a powerful opportunity, though, wouldn't it? It's one of those, you know what I'm trying to say? You'd be in a unique situation where you could show your stuff. Of course, unfortunately, people can be extremely talented in that field. Like Pete Holmes, for example. Super funny. Super talented. Great stage, great content, excellent stage persona. And yet they still fail. It's just a matter of connections at times, I think. At times I know, but it's connections and timing. I do have a movie review that I filmed. Filmed a big one. Not a bunch of movies, but not one movie, but a bunch of little movie reviews with all these tickets. But I hated it. I didn't like how slow and dull I acted in it. I acted dense. My review was really lame of each movie. So I'm deciding I'm going to redo the whole thing. I even have to redo the high energy intro where I was like, woo, 45 subscribers, baby. Because now I'm at 77. That's not even accurate. I'm just growing that fast. I'm like a bamboo shoot coming out of the earth. In proper conditions, a bamboo shoot can grow 3 feet in 24 hours. That's in proper conditions. Even then, bamboo, super cool, very strong, and very versatile. You can build so much with it. And it's very lightweight. You can get a big piece of bamboo very quickly, and the stuff grows right back. But that's its trouble. It grows right back. It's invasive, terribly invasive. It's awful. My aunt gave me a property. I'll have to make a video on it, man. I want to film something there so bad. It has gargoyles in front of it. It was a very eccentric neighbor that lived beside her who passed away. Inside the house there's like, I counted 7 locks on one door. Odd fellow. Covered the place with concrete. Built all kinds of just these old shacks in the back that are full of trash. Crumbling now, which I guess I gotta burn them. But the back of the property, it's 1.94 acres. It's filled with bamboo. It's so filled with bamboo. I want to grow a garden there, and I'm worried the bamboo will grow up through the soil. I suppose in countries like China and Japan, they still garden, but I guess they just treat the bamboo the way that we treat any other weed, and dig it out as it comes along, and it wouldn't be too difficult. Bamboo, even if you cut it down at the root, even if you dug down and tried to rip it up, you have to get the rhizomes in the soil. It's kind of the same thing I think moss attaches with. It has no roots. Moss attaches to things with a primitive form of root, these little hair-like follicles called rhizomes. But in bamboo, they're very big, and they're about 10, 12 inches under the ground. To completely get rid of it, you've got to dig about 18 inches down. And this place is so flooded with it, there's no way, not unless you had very heavy machinery. I still don't think I'd get it all. Bamboo can actually grow through concrete, tarmac. It's ridiculous. It's invasive. I hate it. I only like it if it was controlled. We need control of the bamboo. We need to crush its spirit, tame it, domesticate it. It's our manifest destiny. I realize that I've neglected to show the rest of the ice cream eating. But basically, I'm an awful teacher. Basically, I just keep digging a trench around it. I dig a moat, and I protect my castle in the center. And now, once I've reached this point, I have my castle, and I have all the sprinkles. And I just eat it like that. Hope you enjoyed this conversation. I have more to say, but I don't know how long of a video YouTube will allow me to upload. Because we're at the 10-minute mark now, and that's just for this portion, excluding my intro and my little doodads and whatnots. So I hope you enjoyed this. I did. I actually liked this a lot. This was cathartic, and it will probably be a lot easier to edit because I'm going to leave in all the pauses in between my sentences. So I hope you had fun. I enjoyed it. I'm almost done with the ice cream now. So I'm going to let you go. I'd like to record more calm videos like this, with better lighting and better audio. And maybe some stuff like Joe Pera does. Even though it's a character that he's playing, I really like the character. And I hope he likes him too. I hope he's not making fun of Joe Pera. I hope he likes Joe Pera. And I'd be heartbroken if I ever saw him break character. So long, my friends. So long. And take it easy.